Following Christ does not mean that you're never going to go through hardships. If anything, you may even find that you go through slightly more. This isn't because God wants to see us struggle or anything like that, but actually it is because when we go through trials and tribulations, if we endure, we become more like Christ. It says in 1 Peter, "Be glad, even though now may be necessary for you to be sad for a while because of the kinds of trials you suffer. Their purpose is to prove that your faith is genuine. Even gold, which can be destroyed, is tested by fire, and so your faith, which is so much more precious than gold, must also be tested, so that you may endure." I don't know if you've ever seen gold be purified, but basically the fire and the heat brings up all of the impurities from the gold all the way to the surface, and then it gets taken away. Now I think God does a similar thing with us. When we go through trials and when we go through things that are hard, all of our pride, our self-reliance, our sin comes to the surface so God can purify us. And when we are vulnerable, we realise how much we need God. When we are at our lowest, we realise that we need something or someone higher than us. By the things that we go through, we are made humble, which makes us more like Jesus. What actually does endurance mean? Like the word endurance, it basically means that you are obedient, you remain faithful, and that you still trust in God, even when your circumstances may make you think that you just shouldn't. It's really easy to turn from God when He gives us trials that He wants us to endure, because our sin makes us feel comfortable and our feelings may make us feel validated for a short amount of time. But our feelings are fleeting, they're not truth. Our feelings are always changing, but one thing that is never changing is God and His word. It is the same. Jesus went through the most suffering, and He said, it says in Hebrews 12, I'll read it in a second, but it says that He did it with joy. It says, "Let us keep our eyes fixed on Jesus, on whom our faith from the beginning to the end depends on. He did not give up because of the cross, because of the joy that was waiting for Him. He thought nothing of the disgrace of dying on the cross." So Jesus did not find dying on the cross joyful, but He knew that what was to come after the cross was worth it 1,000,000 times over. That was worth the joy that was coming. And so when we go through difficult times or trials or anything like this, we are to go through it with this like peace that God has given us and strength that He's given us, because we know that God works out all things for the good of those who love Him, and that everything ultimately, even if it's awful right now, will point to His glory. So yeah, I really hope that blessed you. And one thing I just want to end it with, not here, let me get to it first. It says, "If you suffer because you're a Christian, do not be ashamed of it, but thank God that you bear Christ's name." So I'm just going to leave with that. I really hope that made some sense, and yeah, God bless you all.